Hello, welcome back to episode 19 already of Never Together.
Fuck off!
Woo! How crazy that this started off in like a little coffee shop in Hackney. And here we are.
No better off.
Anyway.
And here we are.
And
It's
here we
grown
are.
into this regular thing that we do.
With a very nice routine. We have coffee,
That's
film one
it.
episode, have Monster, shit ourselves, have another episode, and then we go
Oh
home.
my god, the last time we filmed, I had 4 shits.
In a day, which
in
is
a
a
day,
record.
like normally with my bowels, I'll have 1 if I've been a good girl. But like literally 4 shits. It was unbelievable, Jeff. For all my football fans out there.
What a blessed day that was.
Oh my god, I think I
Good
died.
on ya.
I think I died and then like just came back to life.
She hasn't been skinny since.
Literally, no, I haven't. I've put in a shit ton of weight and it's very upsetting.
Anyway, so on today's episode, we are going to be talking about something that we're both very passionate about. I guess we have very similar yet very different.
Yeah.
It's a very important aspect of our lives.
It's
and
how
that
I-
is
literally how I make it through without killing people.
dogs.
Oh my god, can we do a podcast on dogs?
Oh my god, yeah, that's
Please.
next.
So right, when we actually get a fan base, I want people to send in their pictures of dogs
Yes.
and we'll rate them.
Oh my god, rating the dogs.
They'll not be
we should
10.
what we should do in relation to this podcast, give it a song. How we have that dog game where we give the dogs a song.
Oh my god, yeah.
So on that note, our episode is on music.
So basically there's this anecdote that everybody needs to hear. I play this game with anyone who will care. And
Me.
basically what we do is we see a dog in the street and we give it a theme song. Just we see the dog's vibe, get the dog's aura, give it a theme song.
Which is so cute.
I
haven't stopped doing it.
So they write, so fun. So Audrey, who is my whippet, one of my whippets, she's a shithead. Her song is, what's that bloody song? How does it go now? Fuck. Psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
And I can tell you,
like it's bang on. It's so bang on. It's her little so she is a psycho killer, but it's her little tippy tappy. She does whippets have this kind of gait that's like tippy tappy.
Yeah.
And it's like fa, 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 fa. But she's a lunatic as well. Like she's actually a lunatic.
love her. She's the cutest.
And then my other dog's theme song is and I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. Because he just fucking hates people. And just literally, his face constantly looks like he's on the verge of tears.
I'm gonna
I'm not joking.
What's your other dog's name? It's Audrey. My brain. I know Badger's the other one.
God rest him.
God rest him.
R.I.P.
What's the other one's name?
Frank.
I was like, it's gonna be so silly. But I was literally here like, oh my god.
Badger, God rest him. He's up in, heaven. His theme song was you gotta make your own kind of music.
Honestly,
I know
cute.
I know because he was just
He's just in his own way.
It was Badger's world and we were living in it. But,
correct.
because bless his soul, he lived till he was about 15, 16. He was blind, had pancreatitis, so he was on a very special diet. Completely deaf. And bless him, he had a tumour in his balls. Completely benign tumour, that's not what killed him. But it obviously made his balls when I tell you this 5-pound Jack Russell had plum-sized balls, 2 scale plum-sized balls. I'm not joking. But yeah, it was Badger's world and we were all just living in it. And so I realised that song has kind of taken on a meme life, but I genuinely had the song before it was
prior
to
Pedro Pascal taking over.
Yeah,
which we're not mad at.
We're fine with that. This is a Pedro Pascal fan account. But literally I was like, oh, for God's sake. And now everyone's going to think that I copied it. But I didn't. Anyway, so music. That's our topic.
What would be your theme song?
Ooh, my theme song. Oh my god.
This is a difficult one.
Something really heavy.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, there's like calm on the outside and then inside.
The thoughts.
Or something like really fucking cool, like Depeche Mode. Ooh. Okay, right, yeah, I've got it.
What is it?
Personal Jesus by Depeche Mode.
Ah.
You're well.
I don't know what mine would be.
Jesus. Because it's like fucking cool and rocky, and it's like really good to walk to. But like, as well, I do have a bit of a god complex.
And that's because we're Libras.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what mine would be. I feel like I have multiple personalities.
Right?
I don't know.
How do you have one for each personality?
I don't know. It varies, because like, I think maybe reggaeton, something like Bad Bunny. But
it doesn't work for every occasion, does it? That's
no,
the thing.
because I think, anyway, my Spotify Wrapped is my my whole...
I feel like so I don't have Spotify, but Apple Music do the same thing basically, and they call it Apple Replay. Mine is very it's almost like a fucking alcohol diary.
Oh,
you know, God, I drank today. Like,
oh my God.
So like, you know, like when somebody's in recovery, they must keep like a diary.
Yeah.
And it's obviously very private and nobody's supposed to see it, and then when somebody does see it, it's like,
You're right, babe.
What was I exactly, what was I thinking?
I was like going through when I listened to this.
Exactly that, like, oh my God.
See, there's no in between for me. Like, it will go from like Thunderstruck by AC/DC to like some cello solo from like a soundtrack, and then it'll go back to like reggaeton, and then like some belly dance shit that my mom put me on. And there's no in between.
Mine's just all heavy, like heavy techno, heavy metal, like literally, like I said, somebody looks at this and goes, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What were you going through?
Do you find that that's been your music taste for a very long time, or has it developed? Obviously it's developed.
It's developed, yeah. So basically the house we grew up in, it was always rock, always heavy metal, obviously because my mum doesn't really like music and my dad, like, music is his whole life. But also as well, it was like stuff from my mum and dad's era. So we had a bit of Duran Duran, aka Duran Duran. Duran Duran for all my northern fans out there. But like Wham as well, wouldn't say no to that. Also Tina, Whitney. So it was it was like almost like a love story for like my dad and my mum's childhood and stuff like that, but also predominantly rock and heavy metal. And then sort of as I grew older, I was like, mate, techno's fucking sick.
Techno, because you and your brother both go
my
to
brother
raves.
fucking loves techno as well.
Yeah, I think for me it's about the same. I think it's what my mum liked and what my dad liked, but also like the things that were going on throughout my childhood. So there's like a lot of stuff from my dad from the 60s when he grew up in the US, like Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Whitney is not from the 60s, but
wait, how old is your mum and dad?
My dad's 60 this year.
Oh shit, your parents are older than mine.
Yeah, so it's
not by much, but
no, but still, and also culturally, like that's just a different like.
Completely,
my dad grew up in Harlem with, you know, Aretha Franklin, Nina Simone.
My dad was
Billie Holiday.
My dad was a new romantic.
Aww.
So he had like a coiffy mullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aww. I feel like if my mum was.
I do have a photo of it somewhere.
Oh my God. My mum was also part of that like rock scene in Spain, like 80s rock.
That's so wild. I can't picture that at all.
Oh my God. My mum is like, you'll play songs and you're like, how do you know this? And she's like, I was young once.
Yeah, exactly.
The radio existed.
To be fair though, so within my family, we play this game called Hit List. It's a TV show, but basically what you do is like, you, it's a bit more, so you'll have to name the song. So you're playing a song, who's this by, what is this song? And then you've got to guess the year. So, but that transcends like all of our generations. So like me and my brother will play it, and then like my mum and dad will play it. And my mum, who says she doesn't like music, is surprisingly really good at it. Like almost like to the date. But also as well, I find music is really interesting because it signifies So my mum will be like, oh, this is, let me think, I don't know, what's like a popular song? Oh, this will be like Illusion by Bella Sum. And I was in a club in Sheffield dancing away to this song. It was 1980 something. And I'm like, that's my washing machine, sorry. And
yeah,
then
it's
I'm like,
weird. Holy
what?
shit.
And she's like, no, I just remember it so clearly that it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, I'm sure Padam Padam...
Imagination, not Illusion, Imagination by Bella Sum.
I'm sure Padam Padam by Miss Kylie Minogue will be like, oh, remember summer 2023?
The year we had no fucking sun!
Legit. Back in my day, 2023,
I
the gays were gay.
The gays were gaying, you know, Biden was Bidening,
Yeah.
and we still had a twat for a prime minister. Oh! Memories.
Yeah, memories.
When are we ever not going to have a twat for a prime minister?
Girl,
but that's irrelevant.
When Margot Robbie takes over.
Like, I remember songs from my prom.
Yeah,
my
I remember for some reason, I always find music association with certain parts of my life. For example, like, One Direction. They were around the time that my family and I moved to the US. Yeah. And so that was sort of like what we found that stuck to my sister and I. But it was also common ground to make friends with other people.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me, One Direction really is very nostalgic to that part of my life.
This is just turning into a Hannah Montana fan account, by the way, as well.
Listen.
Mine was literally, when I was a kid, I would, like, run home from school. Well, not really run, I'd have to get a bus, but I'd get a bus home from school. I'd hypothetically run. Get home for the new Hannah Montana episode and fucking loved it. Do you remember when she did that album? Wasn't it called like Just Miley or something?
Yeah.
And then she did an album as Hannah and then as Miley. And like literally, again, my childhood. Remember as well, like when you would like run home for the Disney original movie.
Oh, stop it. I remember I missed Camp Rock in 2008 because that was my family's wedding. So
they'd have all these... They'd have be like the new episode of Hannah Montana, Sweet Life on Deck, and our Disney original movie, High School Musical, whatever.
I still every so often listen to like Disney Channel like bops. We listen to Hannah Montana while we cook sometimes.
Oh yeah, we love her.
We the Cheetah Girls.
She fucking.
It's been
like the thing is though, this is obviously children's music and it's for children. However. They're like fucking
bops.
bangers. They're fucking bangers.
They are bops. And
like,
sort of seeing how she's grown up with us, or we've grown up with her.
Yeah, she's not that much older than us. I think she's
since she's 30, maybe?
I feel like younger than that.
No, I think she is 30.
Alexa, how old is Miley Cyrus?
Oh. Miley Cyrus is 30 years old.
Oh, she's 30 years old.
30 years old. Yeah. Which sends me into a spiral, because she was already retired of Hannah Montana at our age.
Yeah, literally.
And here I am struggling to pay my rent in London. But anyway, so how does music help you? Or if it does help you, how so?
It's, for me, I listen to music every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's while I'm working, whether that's like whilst I'm moving around. You know, it's 50-50 between podcast and music, but 9 times out of 10 it will just be the mood I'm in today. If I'm in the mood to like I want to hear something, people talking, that kind of stuff, I'll put a podcast on. But I have music for very specific things. So excuse me, I will only exclusively listen to techno while I'm working because there's no words, or film soundtracks actually. I love
film soundtracks are great for. The Oppenheimer soundtrack is really pretty.
The what?
The Oppenheimer.
Oh really? I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I was.
Because Cillian Murphy was on my screen, sorry. Or like I quite like, for some reason, musicals are quite good for me. I can't explain
which
why.
This is so funny to me because Miss Thing here is the least musical theatre person.
I went to a musical theatre at school, girl.
No, I know,
like,
but it just
Saturdays.
doesn't. Yeah, but for some reason, out of all our friend group, you are the least.
Yeah, because I have friends.
And so do I.
Personality.
But it's so funny out of all of us.
Like, tell me this isn't true. Like, musical theatre kids, like, literally...
They're so annoying.
They think that musical theatre is their entire personality.
Me.
And it's just cringe.
I said me. I'm really not. My friends.
No, you can be a fan. That's
I can be a
fine.
fan.
But they're the
if
ones.
If you need a Hamilton one woman show, I'll do it.
No, they're literally ones that were like, they'll walk around and they'll just start singing
and
they're just like, sorry, it's my quirk.
Yeah.
I just start singing. It's just my quirk, and I'm like, right, okay.
I thought I was an annoying musical theatre kid, and then I actually started auditioning for like musical theatre programs in the US, and I was like, oh my god. But they'll be stood still and they'll just start tap dancing, and they're like, sorry, I just can't keep my feet still. I just can't keep my feet.
I just cannot keep my feet still.
Which and then I love musical theatre, but and they're shut up.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I can't come. I have like
I've got rugby.
I've got a jazz class.
Exactly.
But it's 9 p.m. Yeah, I know, but the choreographer's like flying in from like Kazakhstan, so I can't come. Sorry.
See, I'm a big musical theatre fan, but I don't think I really tell all my friends outside of like drama and like theatre that I do theatre, because like how was I in university for 3 years and my friends from rugby did not know that I was studying theatre until graduation, when we were all like, drama. And my name was the first one called out.
Yeah,
but also what a musical theatre director.
But even as well, like, people are like, oh, you went to like theatre school on Saturdays, and I'm like, yes, I did. I am a grade 8 lambda monologue.
Oh my
holder.
God, grade 8.
Grade 8.
Wow.
Or maybe grade 6.
Yeah.
Probably grade 6, actually, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've done contemporary. I did a bit of ballet, but I wasn't very good at it. And obviously, like, jazz.
Jazz at 9 p.m.
and a bit of commercial, but let's not talk about that one.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's cringe.
For me, I think music helps me shut down my thoughts.
It just gives you like a spring. Whatever you're doing, it just gives you a bit of like oomph.
Yeah,
a bit of a spring, a bit of a like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, and I think for me at work, I honestly, it doesn't even bother. Like, I can literally listen to anything and everything.
Yeah, whenever I'm in the office
while working, or if I, for example, if I'm reading a book, I could be playing like the music that makes me want to dance the most. But because I think I've heard the album before, I'm not shocked. Therefore, I can listen to very upbeat music and read the book.
No, I can't.
Oh, I can.
Like, if I'm doing something, I have to focus on that. But, like, I just can't sit in silence.
Oh my God, me either.
It's just, silence is genuinely deafening. I can't do it.
Me either.
But literally, like, when I'm in the office, it's hilarious because my manager will only have Kiss. Or, sorry, not Kiss.
Oh my God.
She will
Capital
only,
FM
only exclusively have Capital FM on.
Oh, so it's all this shit.
Don't get me wrong. No. It's, like, pop music isn't bad. I don't hate pop music.
No, but it's just annoying.
No. But the thing with Capital, it's the same 4 songs.
Yeah.
On repeat, and nothing else. So it's like the top 10 in the charts. They'll play all of those, do a few stupid competitions, and then it will all start again.
Yeah, it happens a lot in the radio in Spain, which is why I was like, I'm going to pay for Spotify Premium.
But, like, I'll tell you one radio station that goes off every time. Can you guess which one it is?
Light FM?
No.
The face she just gave me.
No. Can you guess what it is?
No.
Magic FM.
Magic FM.
It fucking goes off. Morning, noon, night, 4 a.m. Uber ride home. Fucking pumps.
Magic FM.
Fucking banger after banger. Like, literally, it fucking pumps it out. It's fucking great.
I think,
honestly.
I just like music in general. I don't know.
That's it. Podcast over. We love music in general.
No, I think for me it's also like how I've managed to so quickly pinpoint what my brain needs.
It's actually like a memory thing though as well, isn't it? Like,
yeah, and
what's that thing? Oh, it's association, isn't it?
Association,
like,
and it's
smells, sights, sounds.
And there's one song that really impacted me because story time.
Okay.
I went to.
I'll tell you mine afterwards because it's actually good.
Okay. So there's this song by a Spanish artist called the song's called La Flaca, and so
Flaca.
La Flaca.
Flakka.
CA. FLACA, like the skinny. It's called the skinny.
What? Oh, it's called the skinny. Oh shit.
The skinny, La Flaca. And then so it's a song. It's from the 1998, 1997. My dad and my mom love that song. So I've obviously grown up with that song being played in road trips, being played by my parents at home. Very lovely. Right. So I go to my sneaky link's house, and on the way home, on the way to the train station the morning after, he plays this song, but he's not Spanish. He
just knows it. Weird.
He just knows it, and for me that association was like, is this like the love of my life? But I was like, this is such like an odd song.
I'll tell you.
But like, how did you?
I will tell you right now. No.
No, I know. No, but I just thought, oh, it's like, wow. There's so many songs in this world, and this man who I may or may not have feelings for chose a very oddly specific song.
So my song is Gay Bar by Electric Six. Because that song, A, it's just fucking hilarious. B, it was just on all the fucking time. Yeah. Like, even before me and my brother, like, knew what gay or homosexual was. Like, it's a fucking, like, tune. Like, it's a fucking tune. And literally, like, my dad would, like, sing at the top of his lungs, like, yo, I want to take you to a gay bar.
I can't imagine your dad singing like that. Cause he usually
my dad's actually, ironically, like, never had a singing lesson in his life. He's actually a good singer. He sounds...
It's always... Yeah, but in general, like, your dad's really quiet, so I don't...
No, he's not. He is and he's not.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you know what it is? He's not quiet, he's just grumpy.
There we go.
So, like, but, like, actually, he's got quite a big personality. He's very not PC as well, which is, like, funny too.
I'm just gonna hold it in my heart that I made your dad cry. But...
Exactly, yeah, like, literally. I know.
But with music come concerts. What is the best gig you've ever been to?
Right, I know it instantly. So, there's two that hold a special place in my heart for different reasons. So the first time, one of my favourite bands ever is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Again, for the same reason, like, this, stop doing that right now. She's playing with the zip on my couch. Stop it right now. Right by my ear. But nonetheless, they amo. So, again, same thing, like, it was just played constantly in my house. And do you remember way back in the day, right, if you would ever go in the car or on a road trip with your family or anything like that, just getting in the car with somebody, you wouldn't have, like, an infinite amount of songs. You'd have
the burnt CDs.
You'd have CDs. You'd have
the
CDs.
burnt CDs. I grew up burning
God.
CDs. I think
exactly.
That's how I knew I was IT, like, tech savvy, because I was burning CDs at 7 years old.
Literally, my dad showed me how to do it, and I honestly thought I was Bill Gates. I was
Legit?
like, fuck yeah,
Bill Gates.
and I was like, fuck me, yeah, this is cool. And like,
we're gonna make a business, get rich.
So literally, you just had CDs, and one like band that would always be in my dad's car, and even to in my mum's car to a degree, was the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Anyway, the first time I saw them live, I just fucking it was a spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
I sobbed like a baby. It was unbelievable. Like, literally, like, they just did what they always do. Like, they didn't. And interestingly, so the album that just came out, it was 2016 in Reading, and I can't think what the name of the album is. It's got, like, Go Robot on it, and, like, anyway, that one. Basically, it's got a bear on it with a little girl and a thing, and they're walking down the road. What's it fucking called? Anyway. I might have to Alexa it again. Anyway, I thought she was gonna say something. Anyway,
no.
The other best concert I've ever been to in my life. So actually, there's three. There's top three. Anyway, so
top three. Let's do top three.
Let's do top three. So 1, Red Hot Chili Peppers. 2, fucking Rammstein. So they I don't know if you know, but they are a new metal German band and sing only exclusively in German. But the lead singer has a PhD in pyrotechnics.
Stop it.
So their gigs are like fucking... So they've got like...
A PhD in pyrotechnics.
Yeah, so...
That is fucking cool.
And he's a fucking daddy.
Oi.
Till Lindemann, just Google him, he's a fucking daddy. Anyway, like, I would like lay down my life for this man. Anyway... so basically, they're like Cirque du Soleil on acid, this band.
Oh my
so
God.
Like, they've got like flamethrowers coming from their face, coming out the guitars. They do the angle grinding
that is
thing.
So cool.
And like, literally, he's got a song called Pussy, and it's always the closer. And basically, he's just sat on this giant, like a foam gun, but they've turned it into a cock. and he's just like
I
shooting.
love that.
But yeah, like their gigs just always fucking go off. But the story behind why he's got a PhD in pyrotechnics. So one of their stunts is. Huh?
A PhD in pyrotechnics.
So one of their stunts, well, it might not be a PhD, but he's got a degree in it. But one of their stunts, basically, so there's a song called Engel, which means angel, and he's got a metal wings, and they're on fire, basically.
Oh, that's fucking
And basically
cool.
he burnt himself and really, really hurt himself. So he was like, right, okay, I'm never... And it's just because they were just doing pyrotechnics without actually knowing what they were doing. So literally he was like, no, I'm not going to have this again. Actually... He learned how to do.
I'm gonna tell my uncle about that. He loves.
It's fucking cool.
Heavy metal.
I'll play you some stuff afterwards. But it's so funny because whenever me and my partner go out, I always take my headphones, as you do. So just for the ride home, you never know. And I always put my music on. I give him a headphone, and it's so funny.
You never know if you're gonna fight.
But also as well, so I just put my music on shuffle. I don't actually think he likes my music. Aside from the techno that pops up, I don't actually think he likes that music. But so I don't know why every time I offer him a headphone, he's like, okay,
because he's nice.
But I wouldn't sit there and listen to music I didn't like.
Yeah,
maybe he likes it. I don't know. But basically, so we had been out clubbing. We were just fucking gone, and I think we were on the bus home or something. I think because it was actually just one bus all the way home. And he just
that's sexy. One bus all the way home.
Yeah. I think it was the 56. We were out in Central. It was the 56. And literally he just turns to me and he goes, "Can we not have the German band on tonight?"
Aww.
And I'm like, "Yeah, we can. I'll skip the German band." And number 3, obviously, is Bicep closing Printworks. God rip. Fucking again took me into another dimension.
I'm sure.
Oh my god, it was so good. So they closed with glue and fucking just tore the roof off it. So it was the closing rave of Printworks, and Bicep came out, and I cried the whole time.
Stop. Wow.
What are yours?
Mine are probably the first one that pops to mind is
Rosalia.
That's another one. No,
see,
see,
literally,
that didn't pop into my mind.
As I was talking, I was like, "Oh, what about this? Oh, what about this?" Because I've seen so many fucking gigs.
Listen, I think. Have you seen Rosalia? No, I think that's my bonus one. But I think Bruno Mars is probably one of the best performers I've ever seen.
Are you going to see Bruno Mars? So am I. See you there. Have you not seen that meme?
No.
So somebody is just walking to Bruno Mars, and Alan Carr, the comedian, is on a bike going the other way, and I think they're waving at him, going, "Oh, all right, Alan," and he's like, "Are you seeing Bruno Mars?" And they're like, "Yeah," and he's like, "So am I. See you there," and just goes past him on a bike.
Well, yeah, Bruno Mars was my 13th birthday money purchase.
Cute.
And he's probably one of the best performers I've ever seen.
Okay.
So maybe top 1. Top 2, what? Is Beyonce. Right. Beyonce.
I don't get it.
I see why you don't get it.
It's like a cult. It's literally like
Correct.
a cult.
And I am very proudly part of it. But I have loved Beyonce.
Yeah,
for a very long time, and people underestimate it.
She's our childhood. She really is.
She's my childhood. And I remember McDonald's.
She's everybody's childhood.
Yeah, but I remember McDonald's Spain had I don't know if they do it here, but when I was in the early 2000s, they used to do gifts when you buy a certain menu. So, in 2004, 2005, gifts if you buy, you know how there's the McMessy menu, and they do these collabs with artists and stuff. You know how Travis Scott had his burger in McDonald's?
No.
Oh, well, that's the thing. Anyway,
I don't think we do that in England.
I don't think it's a thing in England. But basically, they were like, "Oh, if you buy this menu, you get to pick."
Do you mean if you buy something off this menu?
Yeah,
okay.
off McDonald's, for example, the Big Mac, because it just came out. For example, I don't know when they'd give you a glass. Of Coca-Cola, so an actual proper glass.
Yeah. So we had that, but it wasn't specified to menus.
See, I don't even know. I was too young, but
you had
I remember
you had to collect vouchers and stuff, and the Coca-Cola glasses, chokehold.
Yeah,
chokehold.
But I remember one year they had the Destiny's Child concert on DVD, and I've never thrown a tantrum. I was like, "Mom, please give me that CD." And Mom was like, "You're too young." I was like, "Please give me this Destiny's Child CD. I want to watch it." Mind you, I was a very quiet kid, so the fact that I had a tantrum in public My mom never forgot it. But basically, my mom got it for me. When I tell you, I watched that concert
Till it broke.
till the DVD stopped, like,
Yeah.
showing it.
That's what I did with How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah, so the DVD, I got this DVD from McDonald's at, like, in 2006 after throwing a
Was
tantrum.
it actually their concert?
Yeah, it was a filmed concert
Wow.
of Destiny's Child. And so I remember, like...
We never got anything like that. We just had the Coca-Cola cups and toys and stuff
Oh, yeah,
like that.
Spain got it good. So I literally watched this over and over again, but I was never, one, I was too young to go to a concert for Beyonce, or two, too broke. So I finally got to see her this year, and oh,
Full circle moment.
my God, it was a good 2.5 hours of just performance. Because I've heard of, like, a lot of artists, like, yeah, they're good singers, but they don't have that
Like, she sings live, doesn't she, and dances at the same time.
Yeah, which is,
like,
and
to be
it's,
fair,
she's a
hats
very
off to her.
talented human. I see how people think
100%.
she's overrated. I completely see it, but I think for me it's
like for her, it's like, oh God, she's incredibly talented. She was also a big artist from my childhood and beyond. Like, I like her songs. I just think that the following...
Some following is crazy.
Like, she's got, I would say, like, she has a following like no other artist.
No.
Maybe, probably the person below her is probably maybe Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Maybe. But
I
like,
think,
she
I wonder,
just has such a, like, the following is just...
Yeah.
bonkers.
Incredible.
And I think that's, yeah, like, with anything, just some people just take it too far.
Yeah.
And
I've
think
seen-
she's, like, infallible when she's not.
she's just human, but she's just a really good performer that I've
She's human. She's just better than
She's just
you.
better than all of us combined. And number 3, it's this DJ from America. He's half Palestinian. Well, he's Palestinian, raised in America. And his name is DJ Habibeats.
Habibi.
Habibeats.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but the thing is, I've grown up with a lot of belly dance and like Arabic.
Beats.
Yeah,
That's fucking cool as hell.
isn't it?
That's such a fucking cool
and so this
name.
because
Oh,
he's
that's
not
sick, actually.
he's not that very well known here. I went to one of his gigs,
I've
and
never heard of him.
because he's not that big, he's just not that big anywhere. He's just getting started. He's our age,
Oh, shit.
but like because his mix like techno and house with
Cool.
these Arabic hits that
Yeah,
we've
that's
all known our
quite cool,
lives, and
actually.
like so it's just to have that mix. And like he's obviously also from America, so he knew who Bad Bunny is, and he mixed like typical Amir Diab belly dance music with Bad Bunny, and I was like, this
That's
is
cool.
fucking wild. So I listened to him a lot, and that gig was like so intimate of like less than 200 people, but we all had the fucking time of our lives, and I got to speak to him for like half an hour,
Love that.
and he's so nice as well.
He's a human.
Yeah, and he's just
These
lovely.
These people are like just so insanely talented, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like so innovative with sort of what they do and how they do it, and also as well how they sort of like touch people. Like, who would have thought? Oh, actually,
Touch people consensually.
touch their hearts. God. But like, who would have thought? Oh, I'm gonna mix this with this because like it's so recognizable and so so like interestingly, the guy who is the Gorillaz.
Mm-hmm.
His song, what's it called? Clint Eastwood. His song Clint Eastwood. I saw that thing he did with, I think it was Zane Lowe, the guy. So he bought an electric keyboard from the 90s at a car boot sale.
Yeah.
And pressed the rock preset. So you know, like on a keyboard, there's presets.
Yeah.
He literally just pressed the preset and went, "Oh, that's the song," and there you have it.
Yeah.
Like literally the melody to Clint Eastwood. I was like,
What the fuck?
he was like, so literally Zane Lowe was like, that's it, isn't it? He literally, so like he got the keyboard out, played the rock preset, and then like Zane Lowe went literally, oh, that's fucking Clint Eastwood, isn't it? He went, yeah. He was like, that's how it came. He was like, that's literally how the keyboard came. Like, I didn't do anything to it. I just literally took that and then got the guy to rap on it. Like, what the hell?
Musicians are so smart, and I think one of them is Phineas, Billie Eilish's brother.
He's
is she. Incredible.
As is she,
oh
like,
my god,
very talented.
Yeah, like there's one song where it's like Bad Guy.
It's ASMR, isn't it?
It's ASMR, but then also there's in the chorus of Bad Guy, the ticking sound that's in the background is the, you know how for blind people they have the crossings, the
Rail.
So no, the sound. They have like ticking sound or like a beeping to know that you're
Oh
okay
yeah,
to go.
it's the
So the ticking
light, the
sound
green light.
is the green light for the pedestrian's green light sound in Australia.
In
Or-
Australia.
In Australia.
What the hell?
So they
How do
literally-
you just hear something as innocuous as that and go?
Yeah. Or like there's another one where like some form of like mixing of the beat drop is it's a dentist tool. And then yesterday I was watching, because
What?
obviously, have you watched Barbie yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I'll go with you again.
Again.
Basically, she did the song "What Was I Made For" for
Billie
Barbie.
Eilish.
For
Okay.
Barbie specifically. It's not like, it's not spoiler. The song's there. It's all over TikTok. But I was watching a interview with Greta Gerwig, and it was like, so how did Billie Eilish come to mind? She's like, well, obviously she's a pop star of the generation, blah, blah, blah. And so we asked her, this is what we want the song to feel. And we had given her the script. And the lyrics of most of the lyrics of the song are lines that have built throughout the movie.
What the hell?
And I was like, this bitch.
Like, she's so young as well. So
And,
talented.
she's also incredible. I saw her
She's
live
like
last
a prodigy.
year.
She's like a little prodigy, isn't she?
She's incredible. Her voice live, and it's so weird because
It's like haunting, her voice, isn't it? It's not like she doesn't... Because I sometimes get annoyed when artists, like, overdo it.
yeah.
Like, name me one artist that overdoes it. 3, 2, 1, say it.
Artist that overdoes it.
As in with the, like, the vocals. I feel like we're going to say the same person, so I'm going to say, like, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. 3. Oh, hold on. I don't know.
Vocally, name me an artist who overdoes it.
I think it's talented but overdoes it. Christina Aguilera.
That's exactly who I was going to
Yeah.
say.
She's great. She's
She's
does
so
it.
talented, but girl, like...
Calm down.
Less is more. Less
please,
is more, please. Like,
yeah.
Girl, yeah,
But
exactly.
Billie Eilish is also great. The lighting design for Billie Eilish, I had to like stop by and be like, who the fuck did this?
Who did it?
Who did it?
That'd be a cool job, wouldn't it? Being like a
Lighting designer for concerts, yeah.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish was also, her voice is fantastic, and also she has another song called was it TV?
I don't know. Like, I appreciate her talent. I think I'm not really like a follower though.
Oh, that's fine.
I do. She's very, very talented, and I know like
Yeah.
some of her songs, but I'm not like oh yeah, that's the name. I don't.
Yeah, but there's a song that recently came out called TV, and it said, there's a lyric that says something about watching TV while movie stars are on trial while they're overturning Roe v. Wade.
Oh, wow.
And she sang that song. The first time she sang it was night 1 of London, so like the 16th of June.
Yeah.
Roe v. Wade was overturned June 30th.
Oh, so she predicted.
Not even predicted, because it doesn't happen overnight, but like, it's so weird how she already made a song
Yeah.
before it was even a thing. And
Like,
she's
okay, Simpsons.
legit. I think she's so incredible. I want to be her friend. And her
Wanna be
voice...
her.
I want
Actually,
to
no,
be
because she's dating like a 40-year-old man.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
But she's incredible. She
She also has her head very screwed on. Like, if you watch interviews with her, she's very
yeah.
self-aware, she's not vapid. Even
No.
though she's very, very young, and you would expect that. You would expect somebody to be like
Yeah.
almost like a rock star, thinking...
She has a pet tarantula as well.
Ew. Gross.
Yeah.
What's the first concert you ever saw?
Oh, it's this artist from Spain called Maria Isabel. She represented Spain in Junior Eurovision in 2004.
Do I know Eurovision?
No,
Never heard
but
of
I'm
it,
just
no.
saying this is the artist. She represented Spain. She was a Pride and Joy. She won. And so, yeah, we went to see her because she came to my very small town in the mountains. And I was like, of all the fucking places you come to my town? Great, we're going
I
to go
always
see.
think that.
Yeah. And then my proper concert was probably like One Direction.
To be fair, mine wasn't much better. It was Muse.
That's still good. One Direction.
No, it's my little badge of honor. I always say that. I always love asking that question because everybody's like, "Oh yeah, Spice Girl."
I did see the iconic 5 Seconds of Summer opening for One Direction, and these bitches are gagging for it. They're like, "Oh my god, you're a unicorn!" I was like, "Yes, I am."
I saw the people that of all people that were supporting Muse. It was such a bizarre day. So it was at Arsenal Stadium. The people that were supporting Muse were the 1975 before they were cool, and the main singer, what's his name?
Maddie Healy.
Yeah, he had his sound equipment wasn't working, so he threw a strop and walked off.
Did you see he, like, cancelled the concert in Malaysia recently?
I haven't, no.
Anyway,
And
fuck
the other
Maddie
guy,
Healy.
the other guy was Dizzy Rascal.
Stop.
So weird, isn't it? I've seen Dizzy Rascal like randomly 3 times.
That's fucking
So
cool.
like literally, so I saw him at Muse. Then he was at Reading, and then he was at All Points East when I was there. Like literally.
All Points East. When did you go to All Points East?
I go pretty much every year that I've lived here. I go all the time.
What the fuck?
So I did All Points East with Nick Cave, All Points East with the vaccines, All Points East with Disclosure.
That was last year.
Yeah.
Are you going this year?
Yeah, but the acts aren't that great, so I think we're just gonna suck it up and go to the Stormzy one. Just be like, oh, whatever.
Stop. I might join you.
But yeah, like he's a very good performer actually.
Stormzy, I'd love to see
Very good.
Stormzy live.
Oh my god! So do you know who played my? So you know, like you might not know, but basically, when like it's almost like a sixth form concert. So like
sixth form concert,
but also not. So basically, Lethal Bizzle came to my local club, but he came as we'd all finished our A levels.
I have a story.
So he came to our club as we'd all finished our A levels. So literally, we went to see Lethal Bizzle because we'd finished our A levels, and actually, he was very good.
Sorry, real quick, going back to All Points East.
Yes.
You can literally just like stay at mine. You can walk if you need.
You get discounted tickets. You know that.
Probably.
No, you do.
Oh, great.
Because you're a resident of the
Ooh,
area.
I'll be seeing Stormzy then.
They give like residents
free
free
discounts
because obviously your life would be quite disrupted by.
It was actually quite fun. There was never like I would actually like be home alone and like noise would be happening because you can hear it from like.
But that's why you guys get discounted tickets.
Well, I'll be going to see Stormzy. Hi, Papi.
Fine.
I'll join you. But basically, I think.
I saw Fred again last year as well.
Fred again.
Fred again and again and again and
again.
Also,
did you see that thing where he was like giving out towels and people just like ran?
Yeah, because like he's bombed, like he's good, but also like he again another person that's just so fucking insanely talented.
Yeah,
like, he's just literally blown up because he's so ridiculously talented.
I didn't see him, but basically my high school for some reason is so famous.
Yeah,
because like one of the top high schools in the state. But for the senior year of, like, 2015, so the year above me, when they graduated, when you graduate and you're done with your test, we have a shaving cream fight, and literally you just bring all your papers, and you bring cans of shaving cream, just throw it at each other.
Okay.
And so while that was going on, suddenly, Flo Rida pulls up.
Oh my god, no. My mom.
And he's just there, just, like, rapping and performing it at, like, high school, and I'm like... What the fuck? And I couldn't go see it because that's just a senior, like, that was just, like, a senior's thing. But my classroom was next to the catwalk, so I was like, I can literally hear Flo Rida.
My mum being, in, like, this is probably one of the most mum things she's ever done.
Flo Rida.
And, yeah. So, he was on the radio, she goes, oh, I know this guy. And I'm like, oh, do you? Alright, cool. That's cool. She goes, yeah, it's Florida. I'm like,
oh my god! That's like my mum with Ice Spice.
Ise Pise.
Because she's obviously Dominican, so my mum automatically thinks, right, so it's Ise Pise. But no.
So there was an artist, basically, I remember this so clearly. He's probably gone into like obscurity now. Actually, there were two instances of it. The first one, so it was Professor Green.
Oh my god.
Professor Green's song just playing on the radio. Mum goes, oh, who's this? His lyrics are quite good, actually. I'm like, oh, Professor Green. She goes, is he a real professor? I'm like,
for fuck's sake.
I'm like, it's not proven, but I don't think so. And then the other one, so there's a song called Supernova, who was by the artist, or I don't think he sampled it, whatever, Mr. Hudson. She literally, so she asked me, oh, who's this by? I say Mr. Hudson. She miraculously seems to forget entirely what we're talking about. And I think actually she went away, so I was like, oh, it's by Mr. Hudson. And then she comes back like 2-3 minutes later and goes, oh, so that Mr. Hudson, what does he teach you?
Oh my god. That's like a dad joke almost.
No, she wasn't joking. She meant it in earnest.
This poor woman.
She meant it in earnest. It's just like, bless your
God.
heart.
What is one artist that you like really like but would not spend money on, or you would like to see but just can't justify it?
I don't think there's any of them. The only one that I guess is springing to mind is like Guns N' Roses.
Okay, fair.
But I would see them, so it's kind of like, but like he's a bit of an asshole.
Yeah.
So like you would spend, I don't know, I think the tickets are like over 150 quid to see Guns.
Yeah.
They are pretty outrageous. Like, so they're pretty outrageous, and I think 9 times out of 10 he's often late to his own show, our Axl Rose. So it's kind of like, why have I spent?
Why have I spent all this money?
I remember he was doing like a gig in LA, and literally he was like 3 hours late, and because he was so late, they had to like cut the concert short.
That happened with Burna Boy.
Yeah.
In like Amsterdam or like wherever. Or no, it wasn't Burna Boy. It was Frank Ocean in Coachella.
Yeah.
Where he was
he
like,
threw a drop, didn't he?
Yeah, it wasn't even that. It was just like he was late, and then he didn't really perform. It's just music played, and he was behind a screen. And then because he was late, he really only had like a 20-minute set, and it overran. So Coachella had to pay the city of Indio like £1,000 or dollars, like a fee.
Is it because of the noise?
Yeah.
Is it in a residential area?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I thought it was out in the desert.
It's close enough to a residential area to hit. Because mind you, it's like 3-4 stages.
Yeah.
All spread out. So at some point, and it can't be too far in the desert because it's fucking Joshua Tree. So it's like
Joshua Tree.
That's the desert.
Oh.
Or the park. But yeah, I think Burna Boy's one that I'd love to go. I actually heard it because it was in London Stadium and I live real close by. But it was I heard it was really good, but it was just he's been cancelling shows because he just can't. I don't know what the reason.
So I would like to. So Motley Crue are playing with Def Leppard. I would like to see them, but I'm not gonna do it.
I got tickets to that.
Oh.
Listen, because my sister got and I got them.
Oh, okay.
2019 for.
Oh shit.
I think it was August 2020.
Oh, so this is a COVID reschedule.
Yeah, yeah. My sister and I got tickets for that because it was Jones Jett, not Led Zeppelin.
No.
Def Leppard, Motley Crue, and Poison, I believe. So it's a 4, and we got like pretty good prices for like 100 quid each, and I was like, what the fuck?
For 4 acts, that's not bad.
For 4 acts, I'll pay them with my asshole, like right now. And so we got them December 19th. My sister cried when I got them for her because she obviously like we're really close with my uncle, and he's shown us all about like heavy metal and like all that, like just in general like good music taste. And so
it is actually good music.
You'd love my uncle's like.
Is he single?
No.
Okay, never mind.
But basically, he's one of my best friends, and he sort of made us have this music taste that we know and love. And
if
so
it's
basically,
like always in the house, you're gonna.
Yeah.
You can't help but not like it.
Yeah, but even then, my brother's been around him. Obviously, he's younger, but he's been around him. And he's just like, I just don't like it the same way that you guys do. I was like, fair. But basically,
I bet you any money he's got like something on his Spotify that alludes.
I'm sure it's but it's not to the extent of my sister and I.
No,
and
but
so
he'll have something.
Yeah, this Motley Crue one, we got them December 2019 for August 2020. COVID hit, obviously they moved it back to November 2020.
Oh yeah,
that didn't happen. So they were like, oh, August 2021. And then it came to January 2021 and they were like, oh, we're moving it back to August.
So
to like going? March 2022. No, I didn't go. I was already here by the time it got rescheduled.
Oh no.
So I missed it. That's the one where I'm like, I wish I would have gone to see it. Because we're like, how long can Nikki Sixx hold on for?
Stand up.
Even though he's been revived 7 times.
Like, Jesus.
Have you seen that movie? Have you seen The Dead?
Yeah, it was that. See, we were talking before, weren't we, about how we hate biopics.
Yeah, but that was a really good movie.
Really good biopic.
I just remember watching it with my mom and my dad, and like the first scene was of a girl squirting, and we're like, well,
this is fun.
This is fun.
I remember like Ozzy Osbourne obviously like snorting ants.
Oh, and I'm like, my god! I think I want to watch that movie now.
It's a fucking good movie. Yeah.
It's a really good movie, but yeah, I think that's one concert where I'm like, oh god, I want to go see it.
I don't know that there's one. I'm trying to think. Is there somebody that I really want to see? To be fair, Queens of the Stone Age are doing the tour because they've got a new album out. But I've seen them. I've seen them twice.
I would love to see Metallica once in my life.
I've seen them 3 times, mate. I'm trying to think. Is there somebody who I would like want to? I guess one person who I would love to see but like they're dead.
Yeah, that's a good one. Who would you like to see?
Yeah, who would I like to see, but they're dead? Would probably be like Jimi Hendrix.
Oh my god.
Or,
Freddie Mercury.
This is a rogue one. This is a really rogue one. I would actually love to see The Prodigy.
Yeah.
I don't like all of their music, but
just to hear live.
Or The Clash. Those as well.
Or
I can have loads of their music.
I'd love to see Aretha Franklin live.
Yeah.
Or Nina Simone. Those two just like, oh.
I think that's like it. Or Faithless.
I'd love to see.
I'd only watch Faithless just so they would do Insomnia and then I would leave.
What was that concert that they did, like, I think was it on Freddie Mercury's 10-year anniversary of, like, his death or something?
Adam
like,
Lambert.
No, it was pre-Adam Lambert. Was it Axl Rose that joined Queen for a bit?
It.
I swear to God, it wasn't Adam Lambert.
I swear it's only
there
been
was
Adam
some
Lambert.
No, I think it was either Axl Rose who joined.
Doubt it.
It was for a very short time, pre-Adam Lambert, because Adam Lambert's not that old.
No.
So he was probably like a child with us.
He probably wouldn't be able to do the songs though.
No, not
Axl
yet.
Rose.
That's why.
No, I'm saying Axl Rose wouldn't.
But that's the thing. It's like what someone joined, and my parents and my uncle went to see him, and they got me a Queen shirt, and I was like, what the fuck? You went to Queen without me?
No,
and they're like, babe, you're a child. I was like, you went to Queen without me.
This is a problem that I have. So literally every time I go to a concert, I obviously have to get a shirt.
I don't.
And now my closet is only... So I just don't buy t-shirts anymore because all of my t-shirts are just exclusively from concerts.
See, I find them very, very expensive.
I had to throw some away. Because
Oh,
I've got
fuck
such a
that.
problem.
No, you couldn't. Those shirts are so expensive. You couldn't.
I just don't have enough fucking space.
That's fair.
Like, literally, my dad's friend who literally was like, I had to have a box.
Oh my god.
Like, they had to separate. He's like, I had to get, like, a box just to separate all my concert t-shirts out. So it's like a Rubbermaid just full of concert t-shirts. And he's like, my wife says I can't get another Rubbermaid,
Oh my
but
God.
here we are.
I need to figure out who was in
Oh, for God's sake.
Queen.
Yeah? She's going to figure it out. Once you figure that out. To end, let's have some lovely concert etiquette for all you girls, gays and theys, because, you know, we need to be respectful. One thing I think is, like, if I'm at the back... Well, no, I guess my main bugbear is if you can quite clearly see that there's no space, don't try and squidge in.
Oh, is this if you're standing?
Yeah, I always stand. Please, always stand.
See, I recently started being able to afford standing, and it's the worst thing that could have happened to me because I'm too short.
Oh, yeah. But
I'm too
to
short.
be fair, 9 times out of 10, if a really tall person stands in front of you, they're really nice. They're like, oh, I'm really, really sorry. Or like, I've had it before where like really tall people have been like, oh, there's a gap over there if you just want to stand over there. I'm like, oh, amazing, thank you. But my big bugbear is like when you're stood and then somebody just or even like 9 times out of 10 it's a group of people and they just insert them there's like you and there's like a bit of space, like a tiny little bit of space between the person in front of you and these like horde of people, like 9 times out of 10 it's like 5 people, they literally just insert themselves into that space and it's like there's no room.
There's literally, or people who who free concert want to go to the loo. It's like once you're there you have to stand, like otherwise like don't expect people to, if you're in the front row, don't expect people to give you your seat back.
Oh yeah, like it's like, you know, like I know you can't help it, but every time I'm stood there and I'm like, and somebody's like, excuse me, sorry, so I do it myself. It's part and parcel with concerts. Like I'm like, excuse me, sorry, excuse me. But like literally if you have to stand somewhere very specific and it's really difficult to find the right spot because I've stood somewhere before and it's clearly a walkway. Like it's clearly,
but that always happens.
It's clearly near the stairs, and then you literally just get fucking jostled by people going, "Oh, sorry,
with beer."
Sorry, oh, with beer. It's always so bad.
You drop half
also,
of it.
those fucking assholes who chuck their beer, don't do that.
That's disgusting.
Don't do that. That's so fucking
disgusting.
That's just shit.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, there's like little dregs left. I'm gonna throw it. Just put it like on the floor next to you. Why have you got to like?
Yeah.
Why do you feel the need to throw it?
I can't find it. I'll ask my mum later.
Didn't exist.
No, I swear to God, I'll ask her.
It's a Mandela effect.
No, because she got me. I tried to wear that Queen shirt until I got titties, like to the point where like the Queen was like actually stretching out because I had so much boob.
It was queer.
Queen. Yeah.
Queer.
Yeah. What's something else? Also, I noticed I know I matured when I wasn't screaming in concerts anymore.
What, screaming?
Yeah, like I used to when I first saw One Direction, I was like, ah!
Oh, the whole time.
Like
I don't mind a little woo.
No, I don't mind wooing. I don't want to be there and be a fucking concrete wall. But like the screaming, I'll like turn around and be like, "Excuse me!" Like, why are people yelling? Like, stop yelling!
Oh god.
It's already loud enough here. Thanks. like there was just no need for me to like squeal like a child anymore.
I guess just people being just general assholes. Like, it's a busy space. It's
Pygmies.
cramped. Oh,
Pygmies.
Stop.
Pygmies. Oh my! I went to the Rosalia concert.
I don't tend to go to concerts where they frequent.
No, you don't. But like Rosalia one, we were literally standing waiting for her to come on stage, and there's one song where the way that she is, let's say, chanted on stage, like the way that people chant her name is very specific.
Okay.
It's in the album, hard to miss. And these people were like, Rosie, Rosie. And like, it's like, we know, like talking to her as if she was on stage. And I'm like, first off, she can't hear you. Second of all, that's not the way you chant her name, you fake fan. Like, there's just...
You got passion, Jesus, child.
Like, I don't know, it's just like, they were so loud and so annoying.
Hispanic gatekeeper over here.
Correct. No, they were Spanish too. But like, it was just like, shut up. It's 6 p.m. She's not coming on until 8. Stop yelling.
Yeah, people who get excited before the acts even come on, like, just stand and chat to your friends.
Yeah,
like
it doesn't have
everybody
to be me. It's really riled me up. Actually,
clearly,
it was just so annoying because they were like yelling on the top of their lungs, and I was like,
before she'd even got on stage. Yeah, that pisses me off.
The lights on stage aren't on.
I feel like as well, like, don't get me wrong, we all love a drink at a concert and stuff like that, but there's like people who are like overly drunk and then they start like bashing into you. So 9 times out of 10 it's a fucking lad, and like, so literally I've had to do it before. Like, so I went to see the Red Hot Chili Peppers again at London Stadium, and there was this, I think they were from Brazil, so they couldn't really speak English, but basically same thing. There was no space, and they'd completely inserted themselves into this, like, small space. And, like, interestingly, I was around slightly mature people, so, like, people who were slightly older, and they were literally like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And basically, the bloke was so drunk, and he was, like, leaning back. He was not wearing a shirt, and he was leaning back, and I literally, like, I'm not even joking, had my hand completely outstretched and was, like, on his back, and he just kept turning around, and I'm like, you are literally falling into me. And he's like, don't understand. I'm like, mate, I'm literally gonna fucking launch you. I'm gonna, like, I was nearly pushing. I wasn't gonna, like, push him, because
I don't want to say
you don't know what's going to happen. He could, like, get upset. He could, like, crack his head. Anything could happen. Or, as well, he'd fall into other people. Anything could happen. Yeah. So I was just literally holding my hand out so he didn't, like, fucking fall on top of me. And my partner was like, just leave it. He's just too drunk. And I'm like, no, he's literally falling on me. Yeah. Like, no, I like, he's going to fall on me. Like, and he was just literally, like, bashing into me, like, going back and back, and, like, literally just shouting at the top of his lungs. And I'm like, mate.
We were trying to
And he's like, and he's got his drink up in the air, and he's like going like, way, and it's just going everywhere. And these other people are like, interestingly, thank God I wasn't the only one that was finding him really annoying, because these two people either side of him, because he was obviously just, it was like a little fucking pin.
Was he by himself?
No, it was like with his mate, but his mate was like more calmer and in front of
him.
Yeah. So his mate wasn't seeing, B, his mate wasn't being annoying, and C, his mate was out of reach of this. It was like a little triangle of Karens, myself included, and literally, like, the two people to the side were like, mate, you need to calm need to calm down. You're ruining it for everybody else. Yeah. That's a big thing as well. Don't ruin it for everybody else. People. And he was literally just like a little pinball, just bashing in between three people, like all of us. And then thank God, like fucking Danny California came on and he just fucking ran to like ran to get to the mosh pit, and I'm like, and we all literally went, "Way!" Like fuck off.
Don't ruin it for people, but also people are having fun and enjoying themselves.
Like,
Don't ruin it for them too, because I found that in Beyonce.
That's totally fair enough. Like that's the thing, but like have fun, but be respectful, because like like I said, you're in a really cramped area. It's really hot.
Yeah.
Like, it's really, really hot. Everybody's paid lots of money to be here. Like, you need to respect that other people have different levels to you. And if you're bashing into them, being like, bam, 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 like, you're just, like, he didn't even see me. And, like 9 times out of 10, he wouldn't actually feel my hand on his back. And then he just would turn around every so often. And I'm like, mate, seriously, your sweaty back is like falling, because obviously I'm not tall either.
Yeah, so
his back was just like right in my face, and then
you hate yourself.
and he's that's what it was. That's literally what it was. And he just kept turning around and going, like shrugging, like, oh, mate. And I'm like, mate, seriously, just fuck off, please, just go away.
Yeah, but also don't ruin it for other people, because like I found that in Beyonce,
it was a bit stursh.
People were just not dancing. They were getting up and like two-stepping at like the hits, but then
you sat down.
No.
Okay.
Oh, wait, we were sat, yeah.
Yeah,
but
you
like,
sat.
We had chairs, but we didn't sit.
Yeah, you stood.
Asshole whatsoever. We just stood
Yeah.
throughout, and my flatmate and I literally was just dancing and singing and having fun and like enjoying it. And like, the bitches in front of us were like
getting annoyed at you. Yeah.
You're in the presence of Beyonce.
Were you you weren't hitting them or anything?
No,
like, no,
we were just having fun and singing along, because it's a concert.
Yeah.
And we're dancing, and she's got bobs, and we're singing along, and we're enjoying.
Yeah, you're allowed to sing
thing.
along.
We're enjoying this thing, and like people would not, and so for some reason people just wouldn't. The songs that they didn't know, they'd just sit down. So it's just my flatmate and I shaking ass.
What the hell?
And like looking at us. I was like,
but
how dare you come into like a space?
How much do you think they paid for those tickets?
I paid £90.
So they paid about that as well, give or take.
Which, if you're not going to enjoy it,
yeah, exactly. To sit down.
Right. I'm gonna be shaking my ass.
Literally.
Till my cheeks are sore.
I saw a guy. I was at Iron Maiden, and this guy was so drunk.
But apparently, that's like in London. The audiences were also like very shit.
I don't know.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
But like,
here?
basically, we were at Iron Maiden, and this guy was stood up.
I'd like to see.
And we also were sat down for that. But my dad has arthritis, so we'll let him off. And also they sold out in like 3 minutes. Yeah, so literally like this guy was like stood up and he was like going like yeah, like he was being a bit of a cunt, like let's be real. He was being bit boisterous, like just grabbing people, like people were walking down the steps and he just grabbed them and singing with them. He fell down. Because he was going like this, like he was leaning over, but because the seating is so steep, he fell. He fell over. God. He fell over the thing. Yeah, it was fucked. It was so fucked.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I
was like...
That makes me not want to go to concert.
Me and my dad were like... Nobody pushed him though. Because he was just leaning over, he just fell and just fell in front of loads of people. Because he was just so drunk, like he was really drunk. People were throwing drinks at him. He was so drunk, and he didn't even realise it. Literally, he did not realise, and like
I think just when you don't realise that you're that drunk, you should be.
Yeah, you need especially at a concert, or a rave or something. You do need to be responsible. Like if you're clubbing on a night out, like it's different. I'm not entirely sure how, but like you're there to see an artist. I suppose with a concert, people have paid lots of money to see these artists. If you're like at a club, if you're just being a bit drunk, I'll just be like, okay, I'll just move away, or we'll just go to a different bar or something like that. Yeah. But like if you're being a dick, it's like, mate, I've paid £100 to be here. Like this is like one of my favourite artists. Whatever.
It was Paul Rodgers.
Paul Rodgers, who the fuck is that?
He's a Canadian British singer.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but that's the one that my parents.
That can't be that good. Never heard of it.
Because we were children. That's why. Anyway,
like, interestingly as well, I find this particularly at raves. If you see medical staff, move out the way. Seriously, get out the fucking way. Stop your two-stepping. Stop your conversation. If you're too fucked to notice that medical staff are there,
you should probably be attended to.
You need to be at the back where you're not going to be in anybody's way.
Yeah.
Like, literally, it pisses me off, mate.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I was at Patrick Topping and Dennis Salter. And literally, so I just saw these medical people just running through, and they were so urgent. They were actually just pushing people out of the way.
That sobers you up.
You fuck.
Oh my
and then
God.
literally,
Any drug, any alcohol.
and then literally, this bloke who I saw like slightly in front of me. He wasn't like harming me or anything. He was just slightly in front of me. He was just like he didn't realise that they were medical staff, because obviously it was dark and they're wearing like green.
Yeah.
And they're like, mate, you need to move out of the way. And he's like, you fucking pushing me, mate. You fucking pushing me. And I'm like, and everybody's like, get out the way. They're fucking paramedics. Get out of the way. And he's like, oh, you fucking push me, mate. You fucking what? Like, and it's like,
oh my God.
That's very prevalent at the rave scene. It's like literally like fighty boys. Like boys who are off their head on balloons and literally just come to have a scrap.
Oh, balloons.
No shirts. Shirts tucked into their fucking, they've got their trackies on, and they're just like, they've got their bum bags and everything, they're just like, let's come in, lads, let's have a fucking fight, and it's like,
balloons are funny.
it's like, literally, stop. And anyways, this bloke was trying to have a fight with them, literally, the paramedic just floored him. Like, he was like,
I would have done it too.
He was like, fucking coming in, mate, fucking coming in, and then literally one of them just went, and just floored him, like, and then they ran to this woman, and then, I'm not even joking, they came back 2 seconds later, and they're cradling this girl that's like, she's like jelly, and I'm like, oh my God, what's happened?
Holy
like, it was
shit.
serious, it wasn't just somebody that's like, just like, it was something had happened.
Oh shit.
She was out cold, and they were like, just carrying, like, literally run, like, firemen carrying her running, like, yeah, it was fucked.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
that's scary.
oh yeah, like, raves can be sometimes quite scary.
Like, which is probably why, like, they're so packed as well.
They're more packed than a concert. Way more packed than a concert.
And Printworks is small in comparison to, like,
Printworks,
93.
no, Printworks is massive, but it's thin.
It's thin, yeah.
And there's, like, fucking, what's the word, bollards, so, you know, like, beams that are holding up the next level.
Yeah.
So, like, you could so easily just smack into one of them. Like, somebody could just just push you a bit too far. And,
bonk.
And it's so dark, like, literally. Everywhere you go, there's, like, no lights.
That's great.
Like, none. So you'll be, like, walking to the toilet going, where the fuck am I going? Like, literally, like, where the hell are we going? Yeah. And there's only, like, floor lights at the bar. So it's just, like, it's literally, like...
everything's just, like...
dark.
Oh.
Blue lit or dark. And it's like...
oh, I'll have to go in. It opens in 2037.
2026.
Yeah.
But, yeah, literally, like, you need to, like, obviously have a good time. I feel less safe at raves sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I had a good time. I had a totally good time, but like, much more unpredictable because everybody in the room is on drugs.
Yeah.
So much more unpredictable.
It's crowded too.
It's so much more crowded and like just blokes,
just men.
I would say raves in general, like the girls are the nicest girls you will ever meet in your life. But the blokes are
need
really...
to be stopped.
Yeah, the blokes are like... we need an all-girls rave, I say.
oh my God. I'll
like, yeah, the
one.
blokes are quite lechy. It's a bit like...
oh, God. Which is probably why I don't go.
Lechy or fighty, and it's like, mate...
yeah, it's like, we're all here trying to listen to some music.
It's like, mate, just take a chill pill. We're all here to rave and have a good time, right? Just fucking...
chill.
Just want to fucking chill, mate, yeah.
And on that note...
don't do drugs. Don't do drugs.
Listen to great music.
Yeah, and respect concert etiquette. And we'll see you at Motley Crue for everybody that's there.
Oh my God, yeah. We'll see you there.
Bye, guys.
Bye.